Hi guys, this is Sadir from Debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest Android 15 GSI ROM onto Galaxy A52s 5G. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone, and then let's get started. First and foremost, download the latest Android SDK platform tools from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done so in C drive, and as you could see, these are the files of platform tools. Once you've done the extraction, you will now have to get hold of the required GSI file from here. So I've given all the Android 13, 14 and 15 GSI ROM. So for the sake of reference, let's flash the latest Android 15 GSI. So open my guide over here, and from my guide scroll to the download section and simply download the GSI ROM for the latest Android 15 build from here. As of now, there aren't many Android 15 GSI. So you could also have a look at the Android 14 GSI, because in Android 14 you will get quite a lot of options to choose from. As you could see, these are the various Android 14 GSI ROMs, and in Android 15 we have around 4 to 5, as you could see. So but for as of now, I'm using the Android 15 GSI ROM, and it is the Evolution X ROM. So go to their official GitHub page, and from here you may download the ROM. As of now, I am using the BVN. So B is system as root, which is same for all the three ROMs. Then you have either the V or the G. The G stands for Google Apps, whereas V is the vanilla build with no Google Apps. I'm using the vanilla build. Then N is no super user. That means the ROM is not rooted. So this is ARM64 is the architecture, which is the same for all the phones nowadays. So as of now, I'm using the vanilla build. You may use either the vanilla or the G apps. Both one will do. So once you have got hold of the GSI ROM, you will have to extract it as well. For extraction, you may use the 7-zip software. So this is the GSI ROM. Then install the 7-zip onto your PC. Right click on it, use show more option, 7-zip, and extract to Evolution X, and the ROM will now be extracted, and you will get an IMG file. It's recommended to transfer this IMG file inside the platform tools directory. So let's get that job done as well. And we have done the transfer. Moving on, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking onto your phone. So let me do that as well. Just a second. So go to the settings menu on your phone, then about phone, then software information, and tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer options. So go back, again go back. Now go to developer options and enable OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. Once that is done, tap on OK. You might get a prompt, again tap on OK, and with this, the debugging is now enabled. Let's verify the same. So go to the address bar of platform tools folder and type in CMD. This will open command prompt inside the platform tools directory. So let me show you that as well. It's taking some more time because the file is being transferred in the backend. It's completely normal. So anyways, now you have to type in ADB devices and make sure that you are getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone, and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB fixes and make sure that you're getting an ID. Once you're getting this ID, you will now have to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that doing so will wipe off all the data, and it might make the warranty null and void as well. Apart from that, it will also trip the knocks, and which will lead to the fact that you will not be able to use the Samsung Pay and Samsung Secure features. And even if you relock the bootloader, there is no going back. Once the knocks get tripped, it will remain tripped because it's a hardware in the motherboard. So keep that point in mind. If that's all well and good, then reboot your phone to the download mode after enabling USB debugging and OEM unlocking. And once you're in the download mode, long press the volume up keys. This will take you to the device unlock mode. After that, once again press the volume up key, and the bootloader will be unlocked and will be taken to the OS. Once you are inside the OS, make sure to connect your phone to the Wi-Fi, and after that, re-enable developer options and verify that the OEM unlocking is enabled and grey out. Once that happens, it means that you have bypassed the vault keeper. So let me verify that as well. In my case, you could see it's enabled and grey out. So this is extremely important. And once that is done, the process stands complete. So let's move ahead with the next step. Now you have to boot your phone to the download mode. So let's get that job done as well. So for that, you may either use the hardware key combination, or you have the ADB command as well. For now, I'm using the ADB command. So just type in ADB reboot download, hit enter, and your phone should now reboot into the download mode. This will take only a few seconds. Once it's in the download mode, you will now have to install Odin. This will be used to flash the recovery and the VB-meta file. So get hold of the Odin from here and extract them onto your PC. Let me extract the Odin file as well. Just a second. This is the Odin tool, and these are the 4 files which you will get after extracting the Odin tool. Once that is done, you will now have to flash the VB meta file to disable the Android verified boot, and apart from that, you will also have to flash the TWRP recovery. So as of now, I will combine both the files at one go. The step 8 and step 9 will be combined, and we will flash both the files at one go to save some time. So let me show you how that could be done. First off, launch the Odin tool via exe file. Click on OK and make sure that your phone is being shown here under the COM port and in log as well. If that's well and good, let's proceed ahead. And now you have to download the VB meta file from here. Likewise, download the recovery file from here and make sure that the recovery file is .tar file only. And once you have got both the files, you will have to load the files in the Odin tool as well. Just a second. First off, go to the option tab and make sure to uncheck auto reboot. Now click on AP, and now you have to choose the recovery.tar file. So let me choose that as well. Just give me a second. This is the recovery file for my phone. Make sure it's in the tar format and not the IMG. So load it as well. Then click on the user data slot and load the vbmeta.tar, which is this one. Just let me verify. Yes, it's correct. So once you have loaded both the files and unchecked auto reboot, now click on start, and both the files will now be flashed onto your phone at one go. This will save us some time. Once the recovery has been flashed, you will now have to reboot your phone to this recovery. So for that, first and foremost, press and hold the power and the volume down keys for around 7 to 8 seconds. Then as soon as the phone gets powered off, you will then have to press and hold the power and the volume up keys. So let me show you. First off, press and hold the power and the volume down keys and keep on holding both the keys for around 7 to 8 seconds. And as soon as the phone is about to undergo a restart, let go of both the keys and now press and hold the power and the volume up keys until the phone starts up. So keep on holding both the keys until the phone starts up, and as soon as that happens, your phone should now reboot to the TWRP recovery. So let's just wait and then let go of the keys. And if you have done everything right and if you have pressed the keys at the right time, your phone should then reboot to the TWRP recovery, or else it will boot to the stock OS or the stock recovery, in which case you will have to reflash the recovery using the Odin tool. So let me verify if the flashing has been done or not. This will take just a few more seconds and then our phone should reboot to the recovery if the flashing has been done. As you could see, it's now we are now inside the recovery. So first and foremost, you will have to format the data on your phone. This will wipe off all the data. So go to format data, type in yes, hit the orange check mark. This will remove the encryption as well. Once that is done, please do a reboot to recovery as well to remount the data partition. And after that, we could then transfer the file onto our phone and flash it as well. So this boot up might take up some time. Once that happens, your phone should then be visible on your PC, and then you could transfer the file onto your phone. But if that does not happen, there exists a couple of other methods as well using which you could do the transfer. I'll show you that as well. First, let's just wait for a few seconds for the phone to boot to the recovery, and once we are inside the recovery, wait for a few seconds, and in my case the phone is shown but I cannot access the storage. Well, that's not a cause of concern. Let's use the adb push command to do the file transfer. First off, let's rename it to something shorter. So let's rename it to evolution evo.img, and now we could use the adb push command to get the job done. So type in adb push, file name which is evo.img, space / and SD card, hit enter. The file will now be transferred. Apart from SD card, you may also use the data or the temp directory, but it's recommended to use the SD card. Then if the adb push command is not working, you may also use the OTG if you have. But if you don't have an OTG as well and USB mount is not working, then adb push is the only way out. But please do not use the adb sideload method, because we don't want to flash the file via the sideloading. In case of AOSP recovery such as Lineage OS, you may use the adb sideload, but in case of TWRP in Orange Fox, we should always use the install option and not the sideloading. So if you want to just do the file transfer, use the USB mount, the USB OTG pen drive, or the adb push command. Just make sure to keep the file in the platform tools directory and transfer the file inside the SD card. So with that said, the file has now been transferred onto our phone, and we could now move ahead with the next step. So this is done as well. And there exists two ways of flashing the recovery and the forward method. It's recommended to use the recovery method and not the forward method. So we are done with the format data, and now we could transfer the file, which is also done. Let's verify it. The file is here. Just tap on install image and you will now get the image file. Choose it and select the system partition from here, system image, and swipe to flash. The flashing will now start and will take only around 4 to 5 seconds. The flashing is very fast on Samsung phones. So as you could see, image flash complete. On all the other phones, it takes up to around 5 to 6 minutes, but it's very fast in Samsung phone. Once the flashing is complete, it's recommended to do a format data once again. So go to wipe format data, type in yes, and hit the blue check mark. The formatting is now complete. It's highly recommended to do a format data after flashing the ROM as well. And once that is done, you could then tap on reboot system and your phone should now boot to the OS. Do keep in mind that the first boot up will take up some time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. From the subsequent time, that will not be the case. So with that said, let's wait for the boot animation or the boot logo to appear, either of which will signify that the flashing has been done successfully. And it might take up to around 10 to 15 seconds more for the boot logo to appear. So let's keep a track of that. After which we will have a look at the ROM features as well, the GSI ROM. So as of now, we have flashed the Evolution X ROM, but the steps are same for all the GSI ROMs. So let's wait for a few more seconds and hopefully the phone should boot up to the GSI ROM and the boot animation should be near about coming up in a few more seconds. So let's keep a track of that. I will link this guide in the description as well, along with the download links of these GSI ROM. You may download the file of your choice and then refer to the steps given here for flashing. So with that said, let's again keep a track, and as you could see, we are now inside the ROM. The boot animation is now started, so the flashing has been done successfully, and we should now be inside the ROM in a few more seconds. So guys, with this, we are now inside this setup screen. It's based on the latest Android 15. So I am setting up the ROM. As of now, I'm skipping the initial setup process. If you want, you may connect your phone to the Wi-Fi, link your Google account if required, and restore all the data. But for now, I'm skipping everything just to fasten up the process. And navigation, just a navigation start. And with this, we are now inside the ROM, the latest Evolution X based on Android 15. So a couple of third-party apps are there, such as the Accord app, which is a music player app, I guess. Okay, yes, it's a music player. Then you have an audio effects, which is an audio enhancer. Then the automatic call recording app is also there, BCR. And that's just about it. You get an FM radio as well. This is the QL styles. The power menu is also there in QL styles. Then screen recording in one single app is also there. You may choose an app and the recording will only happen inside that app. If you make a switch to any other app, the recording will pause and only resume once you are back inside that app. Anyways, let me now turn off the screen recording because it will take some time, not an issue. And you have the new Android 15 revamp settings menu as well. Then the new back gesture is also there, as you could see. Let's have a look at the volume panel. Just a second. The new volume panel is also there, and you could also add a new device from here and access the audio settings from this page and choose the required ringtone and audio tones as well from here. There are quite a lot of options to choose from, as you could see. You could choose from any one of these ringtones and alarm sounds as well. Anyways, apart from that, you may go to the system section, and over here we have in the button tweaks, you may implement an action in the edge long swipe. Let's open option recent apps feature. So it should do a long swipe from here and it will open the recent app. As you could see, it's quite a handy feature. Then apart from that, it's the same old features. So the volume panel on the left, this will now change the volume orientation panel. As you could see, it's now on the left. Then system profiles, you may assign system profiles of your own or make a new profile as well. Then under gestures, you have the quick tap to start actions. Well, that is not there strangely. Quickly open camera by double pressing the power key. The navigation mode, press and hold power button. You choose the power menu or the assistant swipe to take a screenshot. Let's see if it's working or not. Well, I will have to do a system UI restart and only then this will work. Not a cause of concern. I will do so right now only. So now it's working well and good, as you could see. So apart from that, what else it has to offer? So this is the PHS triple settings, and from here you may tweak the required features, the Qualcomm features required to the camera profile, then Samsung features which is specific to this OEM. Then we have, okay, let's have a look at Samsung features. So these are the audio tweaks, the screen tweaks, the miscellaneous features are also there. All these are advanced workarounds, so please make sure what you are doing before and all else it might lead to some issues. Then we have miscellaneous features with regard to the audio UI tweaks. As you could see over here, the force FPS. So if you are facing any display issue, then you have to choose the 1080 at the rate of 60 FPS. But for now, in my case, there is no display issue, so I might leave it at this only. Then you might restart the system UI from here as well. And all these are advanced level tweaks. If you are using a Gcam, then you enable the camera to API as well, and force display 5G network. Then there are again quite a lot of tweaks which are somewhat advanced level, so please don't enable them if you are not sure what you are doing. In the IMS features, if it is required for the calling of 4G and 5G to work efficiently, you may enable both the toggles. So I have made some guide as well regarding this. Just give me a second. And in this I have shown all the ways of fixing the 5G, SMS not working, camera, phone, calls. So for example, in case of call, you have to just let me show you. In case of calling, this is the tweak which I'm just talking about. Let me show you what you have to do. In case of call, you have to first and foremost enable the request IMS network and force the presence of 4G calling. You also have to install the IMS app from IMS APK from here for Floss IMS, and then enable both the toggles. And after that, you have to type in *4 this code, and then choose NR LTE for NR is for 5G, LTE for 4G. So I've given all these fixes. You may refer to my guide for the issues, and then all the issues will be rectified. These are all the fixes for 5G, SMS, Bluetooth, calls, 90Hz display, fingerprint brightness, double tap to wake brightness, Wi-Fi, brightness slider, headphone jack, camera fix. So you may refer to these guide and rectify the issue. From this section, under customization, action color is only one icon shape. There are quite a lot of action shape. Let's go with square circle and let me see. So the icon shape has been changed across both the home screen and the app drawer. Let's see what is it's iOS or LOS. Let me have a look at that. So it's LOS, I guess, not iOS. Oxygen OS. Let's see what it has to offer. Well, I guess it needs a system UI restart, and only then the changes will be active. In the icon pack, we have quite a lot of icon pack that you could choose from. Let's go with this is the icon pack. I guess it's talking about the status bar icons and not the app icons. So the ones that are shown at the top, for example, flashlight, DND, let's say auto rotate as well. And the icon which you are seeing at the top right is talking about that. And as you could see, the changes have been implemented. Then the font, there are quite a lot of font styles that you could choose from. Let's go with Sony Sketch. And the font size has become quite small. So let's choose anyone else, nothing dot. And the font has been changed, as you could see. For now, let's stick with the default font style only. And audio effects. So there are quite a lot of audio tweaks. Some are from the AOSP, Samsung. Apart from that, you have by NXP software and Dolby Laboratory. So I am aware of the Dolby, but I'm not sure about the NXP. You could try out all of these and then see which one spells out success for you. Then apart from that, you could download the updates of GSI from this section, or even install it as I have shown from the recovery as well. Then apart from that, you may go to the wallpaper and style section, and from here, let's say wallpaper and style, and you may change the styles from here. Change the lock screen clock style. These are the various ones to choose from. Let's go with this one, and you may also change the color theming of the ROM from here, or choose more colors from here and change their colors from this section as well. Then switch between the light and dark theme from here. Let's stick with the dark theme for now and go back to the default theme. Then you may add shortcuts in the lock screen. As you could see, these are the various options at the left and the right hand side of the screen that you could add. Then you have the same icons which we have chosen initially. Let's say this is Xperia, and anyone will do. Let's go with Acarus, and the change is implemented now. Likewise, you have the various font style which I have shown you already. You could choose from any one of these fonts. I haven't seen these many fonts in any GSI ROM till date, so it's quite a handy addition. In the home screen, you may enable the theme icons, and they are enabled now. App grade 5x5 is the one which I usually choose, though you have the option till 6x6. Apart from that, icon shape, let's go with Pebble. Hit apply, and they are now implemented. And apart from that, let's have a look at the home settings. So in the icons, if you're using a third-party icon pack, then you may give it the access for the notifications. So as of now, I've enabled the notification access for this, and now I'll be able to get hold of all the notifications in the app icon as well. So in the home screen, since I have not flashed the GApp build, this option is gray out. If you're using a GApp build, you will have this option to enable and disable the Google app. Double tap to sleep is also working. Let me have a look. So it's working well and good. Then this is the AOD screen. Then double tap to wake is also working. Apart from that, what else we have at stake in the app drawer? You could enable themed icon in the app drawer as well, which is quite a handy addition. And so you will, as you could see, this icon is not yet themed because it's just a UI issue and nothing more. Doing a restart will fix all that issues. Apart from that, in the recent menu, you may add the memory info, Google Lens as well. So memory info is now added. To show the Google Lens, again a system UI restart is required, but memory info is now shown here. Then miscellaneous tweaks allow home screen rotation, so you may hide the apps from here. Just tap on the eye icon and the app will be hidden. To unhide it, simply tap on the icon once again. So apart from that, there is a private space feature as well. Let me see whether it's there in this ROM or not. So under this security and privacy, okay, first you have to set a screen lock. I am just using a pattern for the ease of convenience. Let's say 3x3 and confirm it, and it's done and dusted. Now we may choose a private space, and using this you may hide the app of your choice from here as well. You may either choose the same screen lock or choose a new lock. For the ease of convenience, I'm using the same lock, which is using another screen lock. This will save some time, and the screen private space is now set up. You may now add the required apps over here. Let me show you. Just tap on the lock icon now, and you may add all the apps over here and install new app from here as well. And you even have the option to hide the private space in the app drawer. Just enable this toggle and lock it once, and the private space is now gone. You may access it from the app section or from the settings menu as well. These are the two options. Then apart from that, we have had a look at all the features, and as I've shown you, this is the latest Android 15 build. Let me show you once again the Evolution X Android 15 running on our phone. So for the sake of reference, I have used the Evolution X ROM, but the steps are applicable across all the Android 14 and 15 GSI ROM. So you may use the same step for all these ROMs. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.